Yo, welcome back YouTube to another video. The video quality might be a little different. I want to go try to do with a different phone camera, but it was kind of bad, so I'm going to do with this one. And I filmed with this one before. But today we're going to work on this Honda CRV over here. And we're going to be doing the fuel pump, brakes, and battery. I'm just only going to film the fuel pump part. So this is going to be a how-to. Change your fuel filter from your 2000 to like 2010 Honda CRV. So let's get into it. All right, so as you see, you want to kind of like open up all the doors, get yourself a good view. So basically you just lift up the seat. I'm just going to sit it back down and tell you. So basically, you know how when you know how when you roll your seats down, right? Hit that button right there. And then there's a little tab right here that you lift. You pull that and it reveals the carpet under here. I'm gonna do the same thing to that one as well. Same steps. Now after these steps, you just basically pull and lift the carpet up right here. And then that's where the fuel pump is at. And get yourself a regular Phillips head. And then unscrew these 3 screws right here. And then if it reveals the fuel pump, make sure you unplug the connectors and stuff. Now, once you got these 3 screws out, there's like a little small clamp, and it's like you pull it from the connection right here. And then now what you're gonna do is go ahead and unbolt that clamp right here. Basically, you just, let me show you. Let me put the phone up like this. You squeeze it like this, and you just pull it that way. Let's see if I can show you guys with one hand real quick. But some fuel may squirt out, so you just, crap, I didn't show that part. So some fuel may squirt out, so you just pinch it like this, and you pull like that. And that's pretty much it. You just tuck that away, and then you just hit this with something counterclockwise, and then it should just go out like that. Alright, so the fuel pump is now out. I kind of struggled with it a little bit, but it's now officially out. Now keep in mind that when you do put the fuel pump back, make sure don't pinch this because gas will spill and leak in your car. So this is a customer's car, you know. Hopefully that this is the actual right part for their fuel pump. And I hope they didn't get the wrong one. So with this one, you basically just undo these tabs right here, and then you should be able to pop it off, slide it out. Make sure you undo, oh, this one's fell. Make sure you undo those connectors right there for the pump itself, and undo these little plastic car lines as well. Okay, after you undo these clips over here, it folded out. Make sure you also undo this clip right here as well. And it goes attached to this piece right here. Therefore, you can remove this little hard line from the bottom right there. And then to get to the pump itself, just remove that clip right there and that clip right there. Pop it out, and the fuel pump should slide right out. And then basically reverse, plug and play, you just slide it back in. Here's that piece I was talking about. And then you just slide the pump pretty much all right on out. Get real close. I'm checking to see if there's anything here. Let me just push it right here. Oh, well, there goes that. That was crazy. So yeah, basically you just push it out and it just comes right out because there's all like these little little rubber hoses that be over here, just like such as this one. No. Oh, that's good. This comes with extra hardware, so we will be using that. Sometimes you don't need to reuse the hardware and things like that. There's nothing in that box. So, and here is the new improved fuel pump. I need to replace this filter though. This is pretty bad. I would recommend that though. I would tell them to replace the filter. But yeah, here's the fuel pump side by side. They are correct. And let's go ahead and install this thing. Now also make sure you have your battery unplugged. So now I have the full fuel pump just laying right there. Now we gotta check for a little hum. Sometimes you gotta turn the car on all the way to crank, or sometimes you just need to hear it hum a little bit. So let's see if this new pump is good first. Okay, let's go ahead and start the prime. Yep, it is good. Now the fuel pump is all back together. It's basically do the same steps in reverse. You just put everything on, make sure you connect the stuff together. And now let's go ahead and put the fuel pump in. And I know we confirmed it, so we're good. So let's get to it. All right, after I've done put it all in there, it's time to start it up. It may take a few seconds to start, but all right, so after that last clip, this car is unfortunately still not starting. So I did some digging to look for the fuel filter, and I guess that in the second gen CRVs, the fuel filter is in the tank, which is the little that T-looking back thing what I was messing with. I guess that's the fuel filter. So then I'm like, okay, let's see if that's bad or if it's clogging. So because there was no fuel getting to the engine, right? So then I unplugged the fuel line that's down here on the bottom. I'm gonna go unplug it, and it shot fuel out of the fuel tank. So we're getting good fuel pressure. It's just that now it's something's not making it getting to the engine. So that's that. But if your fuel filter is, if your fuel pump is dead, that is the most likely solution to fix it on your car. But in this case, there's something blocking it in the fuel system. So now we have another issue on our hands, and yeah. So I'm gonna diagnose it a little more and try to figure it out. If not, we can let the person know I'm fixing the car for, let them know that there's something else that needs to be done, and like you got looking more into it. Okay, after some more digging, I did a little diagram. So now I took off the fuel rail. Now I have this little piece that's right here that's just dinging. I'm gonna see if any fuel comes out of that, because basically that just goes there to a connector to another connector. The fuel pump, I probably mentioned that already, but the fuel filter is inside the gas tank, which is that little filter piece that's on the fuel pump and whatnot. And I guess for Honda, that's a lifetime warranty or something like that, or no, it's supposed to say like it doesn't need to be replaced or something like that, but I don't know. Oh, I hear I hear fluid. Look on the car. Yep. All right, so this now can confirm fuel is going all the way through. So by this point, I think it's just the injectors. But now let me hook it up real quick, see if it's the injectors or not. Yo, so I just ran that test. So now we know the injectors are spinning. So the whole fuel system is actually fixed. Now it's actually, there's another mechanical issue on it. But I came here, what I was supposed to do was basically change the fuel filter. The fuel pump. And I changed that. That's basically how to change your fuel pump. And then just in case you have any fuel issues or anything, that's how you sort of diagnosed it a little bit. Now it's getting fuel. The next thing you need to do, now since this car is having that problem right now, one thing you need to do is check for fuel, air, and spark. That's the rule of thumb. So now we know it has fuel. Now we gotta figure out if this thing has any spark. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it in this video, but I'm probably not gonna be able to do it. But the thing is, this car was running when he sprayed some stuff in the intake. Yo, yeah, I'm just gonna end the clip right here. You can tell I gotta change my shirt. So what I did, basically, I just ran through the whole fuel system and whatnot. So I started from the fuel pump to like the fuel lines, and I just ran it all the way through the front of the engine. And it turns out it was getting fuel all the way to the engine and stuff. And then I also took out the coil packs and the spark plugs. All 4 of them were great. But then it's like the weird part. What happened is like it's getting fuel, spark, and air, but the car is not running. Like it's not starting. And then that part is that if it's not that, then you have to go into timing. And they did say that the guy, whoever was working on, like, looking at the car before, I guess that he basically sprayed starter fluid, something like that. They said that he sprayed starter fluid in there, and the car was running, but it was running really bad. So I feel like it's like a timing issue. I feel like the time is off because she did get a check engine code for something, one of the VVT solenoids, and it either has something like, has to deal with timing. So the timing could be off on that motor, and that's probably why it's not, igniting. It's not like, cranking, like starting. It's just cranking, no start. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in that little CRV that's going on. But if it is the timing, then it's a whole lot of more work. But yeah, as I was saying, that will conclude today's video. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to get 700 subscribers by the end of the year. 700 or more. It will help me out. Be greatly appreciated. Catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.